All information given in this film is the personal opinion of the author. No third party may derive or assert any claim from that information. In spring 2011, we successfully bid on eBay for a one-week holiday on Sicily from Hoxami.com. The price of €310 included 7 nights bed and breakfast for 2 in a double room. On receiving confirmation of the booking from the hotel, we then had to decide on our travel arrangements. We chose to fly from Cologne-Bonn Airport, and having compared offers and prices, we chose an Air Berlin flight to Palermo. It turned out to be a very good decision. We paid €390 return for 2 people for the 2.5-hour flight. The cabin crew were very attentive, and we were not charged for the minimal excess luggage we had with us. Altogether a very pleasant journey. In order to be able to visit some of the many tourist attractions in Sicily, it is best to rent a car, preferably a small one. In principle, you can choose between international and local rental companies. We chose an international dealer and booked via the internet. It was important to us to have unlimited mileage and an all-inclusive insurance package. As a result, we booked our car at tuicars.com and collected it from the Europe Car counter in Palermo. This proved cheaper than booking with Europe Car Direct. Make sure you check the car for scratches or other damage before you set off. If you find any, make sure that these are noted in the rental contract. Returning the car at the end of the holiday proved just as simple. The price was very reasonable, just €235 for 8 days, inclusive of all necessary insurance. Our hotel, La Battigia, was situated in Alcamo Marina in northwest Sicily. We especially liked it for its beachfront location. Indeed, the name La Battigia means shoreline. We were aware that the summer season had not yet started, and that we could therefore expect things to be quiet in the hotel. Looking back, we can confirm that our expectations were fully met. The hotel was freshly renovated, the staff were extremely courteous, and as for being close to the beach, well, it was perfect. We felt very lucky to have such a comfortable base for our day trips into the countryside. When planning to explore a region on your own, and possibly making a few detours off the beaten track, it is very important to have a detailed road map. We decided on a map published by Kümmerli and Frey. Sicily is the biggest island in the Mediterranean, so we knew from the start that it would be impossible to see all the sights and that we would have to make choices. We decided to limit our driving to 600 miles over the 7 days. It would certainly have been fascinating to take a look at the volcano, Mount Etna, or to visit the historic town of Syracuse, but we were not prepared to make the journey of 250 miles in 1 day, which such a trip would have necessitated. Our first trip leads us to the largest town in the area, Castellammare dal Golfo. Despite being a popular holiday resort, it has managed to maintain much of its original charm. We then proceed to San Vito lo Capo, taking a slightly longer route to get a view of the marble quarries. Trucks like these, carrying badly secured loads of marble blocks, are a common sight around here. Try to avoid driving behind them if you can. Incidentally, Italians use their horns not only to express their displeasure with other drivers. The horn is first and foremost a means of transmitting information and for communication. The Golfo di Cofano is a great place to take a break. and also popular with caravanners. We only make a brief visit to the town of San Vito lo Capo, preferring instead to climb Mount Monaco in order to enjoy the breathtaking view from the top. After our lunch break, we set out for Trapani in order to take the cable car to Erice, but discover that the service doesn't start until April. However, the road to Erice starts at the cable car station, so we drive up instead. The travel guide Sicily, published by the ADAC, the German Automobile Club, is a good source of up-to-date information about Erice and our other destinations. Today, we are planning to drive over the island to the south coast. We take the motorway to Mazzara del Vaio, leaving it near Castelvetrano, and follow the signs to the Parco Archeologico Selinunte. Selinunte is an extensive archaeological excavation site, the origins of which date back over 2,500 years. Greeks, Carthaginians, Romans, and Arabs have all settled here over the course of hundreds of years, sometimes trading and occasionally fighting with one another. In the 6th century, the town and the temples were completely destroyed by an earthquake. 1,000 years later, Selinunte was rediscovered and served principally as a quarry for building materials, until this was prohibited by Ferdinand IV, the Habsburg and Roman German king. The town has been under reconstruction since 1927. Allow several hours for your visit to Selinunte, especially in summer. Don't forget to wear comfortable shoes, since there are considerable distances to be covered. After lunch, we drive further along the coastline. We want to find out when and how we can get a boat over to the island of San Pantaleo to see the ruins of the ancient seaport of Murcia. The last crossing is at 3 o'clock, so we decide to postpone this trip to the following day. In the second chapter of our travel diary, you will accompany us to Murcia on the island of San Pantaleo. We also take a speedboat to the island of Favignana, tour the old quarter of the town of Trapani, and visit the Parco Archeologico de Segesta.